And to kind of wrap things up, the fourth part of the book is called the Going Beyond sessions, your Imagineering lens.
Yeah.
Well, tell us about that. How do we go beyond?
So
and
this
what
is
this
about
Imagineering lens?
Yeah. So another word fusion. You can tell I love to play with words, but
Yeah.
it's this idea of fusing a new code together and reimagining and engineering a life that works for you. Again, think about just all the choices we have in life, the ways in which we can communicate, move, travel, what we can study, who we can love. There's endless choices. And what's interesting, if you look at research, sometimes too much choice almost seems to overwhelm us and kind of lead us back to that sleepwalking stage. So Imagineering is, again, once you've been able to, and not that this is a linear process, but when you break away and you unlearn that indoctrination and you pivot towards new ways, you then are able to say, I understand, I'm more reflective, I understand myself, what causes me to thrive. I know what the good life means for me. I know it's not going to be the things that are being sold. And instead, I'm going to put together a life that's characterized by my value system, by the things that I know are going to not only bring out the best in myself, but in those that I also have the chance to influence and to help. And so Imagineering is, just being really creative and giving yourself permission to live a life that's worth living. And as I say in my TED Talk, what's the point of living a fake life or a life that's dictated by everybody else's needs and interests or what we think we're supposed to be? It's BS. It's kind of foolish to fall into it, but it's very easy as human beings because we want the comfort of validation, of acceptance, of people pleasing. But at the end of the day, it's our life to live. And again, the key thing is moving beyond the I to the we, and to live a life that allows you. And one of the chapters in this part of the book talks all about work. How many people get burnt out at work and fall into, I got to work 80 hours a week, and this hyper performance that ends up being very damaging. And, I talk about rethinking the way we do things in education, in our work environments, in our families, and really being more creative and imaginative and what's going to work for us and what's going to bring out the best in human potential. We have so much good to harness, and we have so much, new science and new ways of being able to leverage the human condition. And instead, what gets the airtime? It's the negative stuff. It's the polarization. It's all of that. And I think if we can set that aside, we're going to be able to really, create a life that works well, not only for ourselves, but for everybody.
So it sounds like despite all the negative stuff that's in the news and that's going on in the world, that you are fairly optimistic and that your optimism is kind of in the potential that each person has to kind of wake up and to be more present to themselves and to one another.